All right, so now in this lecture, I want to show you the root detection bypass vulnerability again for those who want to use the APK Studio. So the changes in the code are the same, but with APK Studio, you're going to manually sign the APK and upload it to the device. Now, if you don't want to use APK Studio and you've already practiced this vulnerability with APK Lab extension, just go ahead and skip this lecture. For those of you who are here, let's get started. I'm sure you remember we successfully installed the APK Studio just by adding the necessary binaries. Now, if you see version number of each tool, it means that you have also installed them successfully. Otherwise, please just go back and check the installation of APK Studio. Now, under the File tab, add the APK file. Okay, open. And select the Decompile Java option and click on Decompile. And you might have to wait for a bit. Display project folders. So let's first have a look at the Java source code to understand exactly what the method does. So there's a method called showRootStatus that returns a message based on whether the device is rooted or not. So looking into this method, two methods called doesSuperUserAPKExist and doesSUExist are used to determine if the device has been rooted. Now, in order to bypass root detection, we can force a jump to always at device not rooted, just by changing the conditional loop. So let's open the smiley code and make the changes. Press Ctrl F and search for condition 2. And then down here on line 450, there is a conditional loop. And it means that when if not equal, jump to the device not rooted tag. So mapping this to the previously decompiled Java files, this is a loop where if two methods are true, then jump to rooted device, else jump to device not rooted. So to force a jump to always at device not rooted, we can change the conditional loop into a goto loop. But first, we need to disable this line. So to make this line comment, just add a sharp character, then add a goto loop to jump to condition 2 directly. And remember to add the space after goto. And now you can save the changes. So this means that we're ready to rebuild and re-sign the APK file. So under the Project tab, click on Build. Wait for a bit. So the new APK file happens to be under the dist folder. Now, unlike in APK Lab, we'll do the signing and installing on the device manually this time. So on the Project tab, click on the Sign and Export. To sign the APK file, we need to have a key created with Key Tool. So open a terminal screen. Now, I want to save my key to the desktop, so I'll go to Desktop, run key tool-v-genkey-keystore, and here I can give a name for a new key store, add alias, define RSA as a key algorithm, define the key size, and finally add a validity option, and it's just an expiration date. So you can give a really big number if you want. Now create a password for keystore. And we can skip these questions. All right, yeah. So it's created a key store on the desktop. Now we're ready to sign the APK with this key. So if you go under the Project tab, click on the Sign and Export, select the key store, enter the password that you just created when generating the key, enter alias and the same password for the alias password. Click on Sign. All right, so there's only one step left. Open the terminal screen. Go to the dist folder where the signed APK is. And we'll check the connectivity. All right, so we can install the APK to the device. Now, before installing the new one, don't forget to uninstall the old one. Now, run adb install and give the new APK file. Click on Install Anyway, and do not send, and click Continue. Okay. So first, make sure you have configured the server IP. And let's go ahead and log into the app to see the changes. And there, as you can see, device not rooted is the message on the screen. What does that mean? We have bypassed the root detection mechanism quite successfully, if I do say so myself. Very good job.